Recovery is possible.
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 Recovery dialogues and sober stories.
Everyone, Antonio Matta here, welcoming you to Recovery Dialogues and Sober Stories, the space where resilience rolls up its sleeves and gets to work. Today's episode is brought to you by an anonymous listener, a journeyman who found more peace swinging a hammer and wiring circuits than he ever did under fluorescent office lights. His simple plea resonates deeply. Join the trades, you might build recovery board by board.
I'm speaking anonymously as a tradesperson who battled depression and anxiety. Desk jobs drained me, but swinging a hammer gave my mind a break. Measuring timber, feeling the sun on my back, each task became a moving meditation. Finishing a porch or fixing a faucet offers tangible wins that meds alone never did. The trades aren't magic or for everyone. Safety and support still matter. But if chaos lives in your head, grounding it in honest physical work might help. Try my Kaizen method. Trim a neighbor's bushes for $35. 1 hour, one smile, forward motion. I literally knocked on a door and asked if anyone needed help. That's the first brick. A small project just to earn that first thank you and build your own recovery.
Let's dive into why this story isn't just personal, but backed by hard evidence. Clinical research echoes our sponsor's experience, showing that hands-on trades like carpentry, welding, and plumbing deliver profound mental health benefits. The physical effort releases endorphins, which are natural mood-lifting chemicals your brain produces during exercise, helping to lower anxiety. But it's the skill building that truly transforms. When you master a complex task, whether a perfect miter cut, a secure weld, or a leak-free pipe joint, you're building what psychologists call self-efficacy. It's not just confidence. It's the core belief that says, I can do hard things. This is a powerful antidote to the feelings of helplessness that often accompany depression. The data backs this up. A Dutch community program put 15 adults with severe mental illness into an 8-week woodworking and gardening group. They didn't just keep busy, they set personal recovery goals, tracked on something called the Goal Attainment Scale, a personalized report card for progress. Before the program, the average score was a negative 2.0, meaning goals were far from being met. After 8 weeks of hands-on work, that score climbed to a plus 0.4, with 12 of the 15 participants meeting or exceeding their personal goals. That's a measurable shift from stagnation to achievement, and it's not just one small study. A major review of 17 different studies on therapeutic horticulture found that getting your hands in the soil leads to a large drop in depression and a moderate drop in anxiety. So, how much of a difference did this program actually make for people's depression? The study found its effect was incredibly positive and significant. To measure it, researchers use a scale where anything over 0.8 is considered a large, meaningful impact. This program scored a 1.01. The score is technically negative 1.01, but that negative sign is exactly what you want to see. It just means the depression symptoms went down significantly. So swapping a screen for soil or sawdust has a powerful calming effect on the nervous system. Our sponsor likens the combination of left-right-hand coordination, focused sunlight, and gentle repetitive motion to a DIY version of EMDR, and neuroscience agrees. For instance, in one clinical trial with over 100 adults battling major depression, clay art therapy significantly cut symptoms and boosted their overall well-being just 3 weeks later. And to really prove the point, a separate, highly controlled study found that even a single pottery session was enough to lower anxiety scores for university students. Think of it as bilateral stimulation meets sawdust. You get sensory input, rhythmic movement, and visible progress all at once. Before we go further, I want to bring in a clinical perspective to help us frame what we've been hearing. Christopher Pollock is a licensed marriage and family therapist and founder of TheraVize, a modern therapy practice serving individuals and couples across Southern California. He specializes in trauma-informed therapy, EMDR, and LGBTQ+ affirming care. I asked him to weigh in on how trade work might support someone navigating recovery from depression, anxiety, PTSD, or even substance use. Here's what he had to say.
There's something so powerful to be said about the way in which our bodies and our minds are so intricately connected. When we think about the way in which a lot of the mental health techniques today focus upon the somatic work that does occur, right, within the therapeutic realm as well as outside the room. We're recommending going for walks. We're recommending going to the gym. We're recommending physical activities. When you think about the trades and the industries where people are actively working with their hands, they are engaging in that somatic work on a regular daily basis. And in my clinical experience and when working with these clients, it gives them such a powerful tool that they're actually engaging in a daily basis with touching things, making things, crafting things through this recovery process, through depression, anxiety, PTSD, as well as substance abuse. What I've seen in my clients is they have such a renewed sense of purpose. They have such a renewed sense of meaning and value. They're able to not only connect with their own bodies, but they are really connecting with the community at large and connecting with something that is so much bigger than themselves, which is the core root and foundation to me of what recovery from any mental health challenge really is about.
Structure is another silent healer in trades work. The predictable tasks, clear milestones, and defining roles on a job site shrink the what-if spirals that fuel anxiety and PTSD hypervigilance. When your mind knows what to expect, it has less room to wander into worry. The culture of apprenticeship adds another vital layer. It provides mentorship and a built-in peer crew, transforming the isolating label of patient into the respected identity of a skilled craftsperson or a licensed professional. This sense of belonging is crucial, and it comes alongside a steady paycheck that buffers against financial stress, a well-known trigger for relapse and a major driver of anxiety. Of course, this isn't a magic bullet. The trades are physically demanding, with long hours, heavy lifts, and a lingering tough-it-out culture. That's why a supportive environment is the mortar that holds the bricks of recovery together. Smart employers are recognizing this. They're weaving mental health into daily safety talks, offering employee assistance programs, which provide free, confidential counseling, and making simple but impactful accommodations. Things like offering flexible start times to help with medication schedules, providing quiet break zones to ease sensory overload, or giving clear written instructions to support those with focus challenges are all legally supported, stigma-free ways to help employees stay well on the job. So if this conversation is striking a chord, where do you start? You don't have to enroll in a 4-year program tomorrow. Start small. Offer to paint a neighbor's trim. Fix a leaky faucet using a YouTube tutorial, or enroll in a low-cost pre-apprenticeship course at a community college to learn the basics of plumbing or electrical work. These early wins build momentum. If you or your organization want to spotlight a recovery-friendly path, Consider sponsoring an episode or even a full season. Fuel our mission at gofundme.com/recoverydialogues and snag merch with meaning at recoverydialogues.com to keep these conversations hammering on. Until next time, keep your hands busy, your mind open, and your heart aimed forward. And if you think it's worth it, join the trades and build the life you deserve, one skill at a time.
Recovery is possible.
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 Recovery dialogues and sober stories.